Written consent of WPSL and WSTU is strictly prohibited. And now, welcome to My Dream Home Radio Show with Paula, Brady, and Eileen Simons. How are you?
Good morning.
Well.
How's
Good morning.
everybody out there?
We're doing fine.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, a little warm, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog days, you know.
yeah, it is. No, it's amazing how accurate that description is.
Yep.
It's really true. It's really true.
Which reminds me, take care of your doggies. Don't leave them outside
Oh.
without water, and give
yeah.
them plenty of water.
Yep, we were talking to the other outlaws in Spokane, and they sent us some of the wedding pictures of our grandson.
They're
oh my
beautiful.
God.
Thank you
Oh.
for sharing.
What a beautiful
Wow.
chapel. That
Oh,
was gorgeous.
Gonzaga University. Oh yeah, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. But I mean they're triple digits in Spokane. You know, and that's,
Yes, I've been hearing that.
Well, what makes it worse are the Oregon fires, because they can't go out of the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because of the air quality.
Air
Wow,
quality
what a
is
shame.
horrific.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
sad.
yeah, really is.
Well, that,
Yeah, I have been saying to myself a lot this summer that, when I hear about these triple-digit temperatures that they're having all over, and we're just having our normal 90s
yeah, which is nice.
with a little breeze from the ocean.
Well,
a
and
little
see,
bit of humidity, but otherwise.
well, but you know,
But it's not that bad,
If you
actually.
compare us to the west coast of Florida,
Right.
they don't get the trade winds.
That's
We
Right.
do.
Exactly.
You know.
And
why
last,
do you think we're here?
Yeah. Last year was more difficult with the humidity, I think, than this year has been.
I
It
think
was-
so, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was awful. But,
Yeah.
And then you were talking about the fires, and the smoke from the fires actually went completely across the northern United States. Friends of ours in Maine, actually our next door neighbors who were up there for the summer, they said that it was just like overcast all the time from
Yeah.
it and that kind of thing. It's starting to clear now, but it's been kind of nasty.
Well, they had some great shots on the Today Show, a few days ago, and New York was almost pitch black.
Really?
I mean,
Wow.
this looked like Los Angeles in the worst days of my childhood in the real heavy smog.
Smog and nastiness.
Back in the real old days, you
Wow.
know, and yeah, amazing. Just
Wow.
Ooh, and you think, okay, so that smoke traveled 3,000 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's unreal.
Yeah, it really is. So how's busyness?
Busyness is busy, which brings me to the first subject I wanted to talk about today. First of all, if you have any questions, you can always reach us here at the station, 772-340-1590.
We might even answer the phone.
Yes, we would, wouldn't we?
And have something to say.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
So what I wanted to tell everybody is if you are a buyer and you have just been totally turned off because of all the competitive nature in offers, this is your only month of an opportunity. There are not as many buyers traditionally looking in the month of August, and there were many open houses this weekend, which tells me that there aren't as many buyers looking as have been.
I saw a few signs in
The
St. Lucie
houses
West.
are
Yeah.
staying on the market a little bit longer. So if you don't want to compete, now is your chance.
Okay.
And it'll be gone by September. September, buyers will be looking again, and your opportunity to not have to compete with so many will be gone. So this is the month.
Well, this is probably what? Back to school month.
Back
you
to
know,
school,
So that's,
yeah.
they're thinking about that.
Too
Yeah.
busy trying to get the kids ready for school and the kids back in a routine and all that kind of thing.
Yep, they're either on vacation or they're getting ready to go back to school. So there really aren't a lot of buyers buying this month compared to other months.
Did you hear, was it Google and one of the other big West Coast operations come back to work? Mid-August is the deadline.
I heard that.
Wow.
If you're not in the building by mid-August,
Of course, now with
You
this
can
new
leave.
outbreak,
You'll be
that might
gone.
change.
Yeah.
could be, but, you know, they're telling their folks to get vaccinated, too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I know.
It's a changing world every day.
Boy, it is.
So
It really is. Yeah, and, you know, and of course, the federal government is talking about some of these edicts, and health departments are part of the state. So each state has got its own type of laws for their various respective areas. So I don't see how the feds could pull that off. I just don't see.
Well, but they're trying.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah. Huh.
The more power people get, the more they want.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't get me on that soapbox.
Anyway.
Stay down off it.
Welcome to Political Talk.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I have worked very hard all these years to keep politics out of my business.
Oh, you've
so
got
you're
to.
not going to drag me in there.
No. You've got to. Yeah. Yeah.
So our team is growing.
Cool.
If you are thinking about the real estate industry, or if you already are a licensed agent and you want a better program for yourself, let us know, and we're happy to talk with you. We abide by all of the rules and regulations, so you have to be honest, you have to be dedicated to your clients and customers, and you have to live by the ethics of the National Association of Realtors.
Well, those three things eliminate me.
Which is on top of the list. We don't want to go there, huh?
No, don't go there.
So our contact information, my cell phone, you can call or text, is 772-200-5105. The email is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com. And our website is www.mydreamhomeusa.com. If you want to get more information about eXp Realty, there's also a link in there to do that. So contact us. We'd be happy to talk with you.
Well, by the way, I'll be getting the picture of you guys fighting through the toys last week up on Facebook today.
I didn't get to play with my toys long enough.
That's a big stack in your conference room.
Yeah.
That would fill up the back of Paula's car for sure to put those in storage.
If I ever get mine back.
One more week, right?
I'm hoping it's only one more week. That's what they're saying. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Oh, my.
that's good.
It's been over a month now.
That's
so.
good.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, and we went shopping this weekend. Was it 30, 40 kids, I guess, back to school.
Wow.
Yes.
Clothes.
That's awesome.
For the Christmas kids are doing. Yeah. It was really neat, and the parents are wonderful. I mean,
That's
it's
great.
Really, really nice.
Our Realtor Association does that every year for for St. Lucie schools also. They have a, for lack of a better word, they have a closet because there are so many homeless kids in St. Lucie schools. I want to say it's over 2,000 this coming school year. And so we collect all school supplies, clothes, shoes, and donate them to this closet that St. Lucie schools hand out things from. Yeah, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
They do a great job.
Yes, they really do.
Yeah, and I think that's the Education Foundation, if I'm not mistaken, that handles that for them.
No, I think it's different.
It is the schools?
Yes.
Directly? Okay.
Yes, directly through the schools. They have an employee who takes care of this program for them.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, it's very interesting this year, and we ran into it with, 3 different sets of parents, is that some of the public schools now are going to uniform tops. Like I used to wear in Catholic school, but yeah, it's very interesting, and some of the schools now are selling them directly out of the front office.
Out of their
Reminds me of when I went to school.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, well, yeah.
But it wasn't that way for me. But for my son, we did that because we had him in private school. But you had to have a uniform.
Oh,
And And when we were in school, the biggest thing was the length of your skirt. It
Oh, yeah.
couldn't be long, couldn't be shorter than where the tips of your fingers touched your thigh. But there was always ways around that.
Well, now, did you go to a private school?
No, it was public school.
Oh, it was public school.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I did. We had to kneel on the floor. Our skirt had to touch the floor when we knelt on the floor.
yes. Okay.
Wow.
Well, the nuns used to walk around with a ruler
Oh,
and
no.
check, huh?
and
No.
check the girls in school. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, brother.
Yeah, no, we didn't really have. We didn't. You couldn't wear shorts, and you couldn't wear like, what did they call those kind of tops that
Oh,
just
tank
tied
top
in the
type
back?
things?
I still have my
handkerchief
gym
tops.
uniform
Oh my gosh!
from high school.
Oh, I hated
Cool.
those things.
And it's a one-piece jumpsuit,
Oh my
and
gosh.
the shorts part of it, they are so baggy they looked like bloomers.
Oh my gosh!
And that's just the way they're made.
Yikes!
Uh-huh. Wow.
Yeah, we had to have a uniform too. Those things were nasty. I didn't like them at all.
Anyway, I digress. So, in honor of the Olympics,
Yeah.
because I love watching the Olympics, I've watched almost every day, sometime almost every day since they've been happening this year. We want to give a shout out to all the Olympians and their wonderful results. I think that the United States is number one as far as medals right now, which just shows a lot of resilience for athletes, first of all.
And dedication,
And
too.
a lot of dedication because
bet.
they had to train over the last year, a lot of them individually. So I want to give a shout out to the Olympians, and there is an article which also gave a shout out to the Olympians and says that on during the Summer Olympics they wanted to bring up these three records about the median home price, the investor home purchases, and the 15-year mortgage rates.
And,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
So what this says is the wild, wild world of real estate saw three records fall today.
Oh, right.
All three of these records are the median home price, the investor home purchases, and the 15-year mortgage rates are reported below, making this by far the most record-setting in recent history.
wow. Okay.
Wow.
Now I
yeah.
get the correlation. At first, it wasn't sinking in.
Yeah. No.
Well, I
that's-
got the stats to back it up.
Okay,
Uh-oh,
cool.
look out.
Let's hear them.
Now, this is nationally, of course. This is not Florida, but nationally. The median existing home sales price rose 23.4% year over year,
Wow.
propelling the median price to $363,300. That's the highest on record, according to the National Association of Realtors. Let's see.
That's an amazing number. Gosh.
June's prices. June's price gains were lower than the 23.6% growth observed in May, but it clocks as the second highest growth seen since 1999.
Wow.
A typical home remained on the market for 17 days.
That was the average.
17 days. That's
That's
the
the
average
national average.
along
National
around
average.
the country.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
You got to be on top of it.
Unchanged from May, but down from the average of 24 days in June of 2020.
Wow.
So that's why I said this is the month. If you're a buyer out there and you want to buy, this is the month to do it.
I remember when, well, let's see, I was already back in Bristol, so Carol was leaving San Diego about 5 months after me, and it took about a little over 6 months to sell a house.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, those interest rates back then was like
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
18%
Oh, yes.
or whatever it was.
Oh, yes.
brother.
This is the scary part for me, though. First-time home buyers in particular made up an even smaller number of sales this month.
That is scary.
31% compared to 35% at the same time last year.
That's real scary.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
a large percentage drop.
Yeah.
Yes, it is over
That's a
just 1 year.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's probably first-time home buyers with young children, or no? It
Well,
doesn't really say
no.
that, but
And
just
remember,
anybody.
these statistics, they consider a first-time home buyer somebody who has not made a home purchase for 3 years.
Oh, that's
So
true.
it's not necessarily just new home buyers coming into the market. If you remember what our mortgage people say, you're considered a new home buyer if you haven't made a home purchase in the past 3 years.
That's true. Yeah.
So while those numbers are skewed a little bit, actually, that makes this even scarier because people who have not made a purchase in the last 3 years is down to 31% of the market purchasers. So there's only a percentage of that are really
Real first-time buyer.
right.
Yeah.
Original home purchases.
Yes. Wow.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and you talk to mortgage people, and it seems like mortgages have pretty good rates. What they don't tell you is you better have a 750 credit score to get
A
those
decent
real
rate.
good,
Yes.
to get those good rates.
Good rates. Yeah.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why we always recommend that buyers talk to a reputable mortgage company who is going to help them position themselves to make the best purchase for themselves.
Yes.
And the sooner you talk to that mortgage person, the better off you're going to be. Even if you think you're not going to make a purchase for 2 years, don't wait a year and a half to talk to somebody. Give us a call. We can put you in touch with the very best mortgage people in the area for your situation. And those people will help you work through the process of having your credit and your debt to income ratios where they need to be for you to make the best purchase for yourself when the time comes.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And of course the old thing is don't run out and as soon as you get your pre-qualification buy furniture and stuff like
No.
that.
No.
Or cars.
That is
Oh my goodness.
That is Buyer's Rule 101. Once you have your pre-approval letter, don't buy anything except food.
Yeah. Gas and food.
And even then don't charge it. Oh.
Right.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's so true.
You've got to wait till you get in your house anyway to know whether the furniture's going to fit or not. So you might as well wait just a little bit longer.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And besides, not all furniture looks good in every house. So
Right.
if you want to do a good job with your decor, just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait.
We had some friends going into one of the big national furniture operations, and they just absolutely fell in love with this one piece of furniture, and they said delivery time is around the first of the year.
Wow. That's amazing.
And when I heard that, I'm thinking, what? But there again, and you've talked about it before, all the shortages that are going on,
Right.
Yes.
and the furniture industry is no exception.
No.
Right. Absolutely.
They need wood, and they need all the other stuff that goes along with it.
In fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday about used cars, and that's why used cars have gone up so much in value over the last year and a half is because the new car manufacturers can't get all the components they need.
Computer chips.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how Ford did it, but they got around it, and the trucks that have been on back order for a long time are starting to roll out. So
Well, that's great. So
That's
maybe they're
awesome.
finally catching up.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. That was a mess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am putting a plug in for MLSs and realtors right now because this is a new statistic. However, it is not done just on Florida. It's done on a 6-state mid-Atlantic footprint. And homes listed in the MLS sell faster and for nearly 17% more, the study shows.
17, like 1-7.
Right.
Yeah, 17%.
Wow.
This
That's a
is
lot.
they
That-
looked at over 400,000 home sales across this 6-state area in a 24-month period. And from 74% of those sales were sold on the MLS, while only 26% were sold in other ways off the MLS system.
Okay, we haven't bought a home since we moved into the one that we've been in for, 26 years. But, okay, if a realtor lists a home,
Correct.
doesn't it automatically go on the MLS or no?
No.
Well, there are sellers that can choose, for whatever reason, there are sellers that can choose to not have their home listed in the MLS. There's an additional document that they have to sign to do that. But the point is that the MLSs are where members, meaning all realtors and maybe some other agents that belong to that MLS, that's where we put the majority of our listings. And the reason we do that is so that we can have as much exposure for the sellers as possible. The big component in those MLS systems is the fact that we agree to cooperate and compensate with all of the other members in the MLS.
There you go.
That's how we can go into the MLS and do a search for our buyers and find the majority of the homes that are on the market. And I want to say cross-sell that way. Because there are places in this world where listings are only available in one office. There are still places in this world that do business that way. So that means
it's got to be in Montana or something.
That means, right? As a seller, no, not in this country.
Oh, okay.
That means as a seller, you have to list your property with each one of these different individual offices if you want it to get a lot of exposure. And as a buyer, you have to go in to each one of these individual offices in order to find out all of the houses that are on the market. Well, our MLS systems bring all of that information together and make it available for all of the members, which are all realtors that belong to that MLS, and other licensed agents.
And we know some folks who tried to sell themselves, buyer by owner or whatever, seller by owner, whatever it was.
Yep.
Disaster.
Well, that's the point of
Absolute disaster.
Yeah.
That's where this statistic comes into play, because MLS homes sell an average of 17%, sell faster, and for an average of 17% more. So you might think you're saving yourself some money to try to do it on your own, but first of all, you have no way of screening those buyers really, and you know,
never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a scary proposition. Other statistics that I've seen in the past say that the average for sale by owner to try it on their own is 13 days, and then after 13 days they call a realtor.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Unless you want to
And
answer
you're
the
paying
phone
all
a
of
lot.
your own. They're paying, those individual homeowners that are doing that. They're paying, if they want to advertise that house, they're paying all those advertising fees themselves. They're paying hundreds of dollars every time they put it in the
Newspaper.
into the newspaper. They have to pay their own fees to put it into websites. So it gets very expensive.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, those of us those people out there that turn their backs on realtors, they might want to think, especially in a crazy market like this.
Sure. Yeah.
You might want to think twice about that.
Yeah, because the commissions aren't worth the aggravation of having to try and do that yourself.
Right. And realtors understand that people think that all we do is go to lunch and make a lot of money.
You don't?
Over the years, well, I can tell you that over the years, when I first got in the business, which was a long, long time ago, we were taking listings at 10%. And now it's a lot less than that. So over the years, the commission percentage has come down so that it is more affordable for sellers.
Well, and if you're not willing to pay all that advertising money, you've got a sign in your yard. How many people are actually going to see that sign?
Exactly. Sure.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, it used to be
it's gonna take
that was
long.
the way the majority of buyers found their home, was to see a sign in the yard. But especially here in Florida, I mean, I'm going to say more than half of the communities don't allow signs. So there is no sign. Your neighbors might not even know because there is no sign in the yard.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So you've cut yourself out of a lot of exposure just by doing that.
absolutely.
Well, and if you live in a gated community,
Forget
about
it. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
forget about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. 17%.
Woohoo. Yeah. Boy, that sounds great. That's amazing.
So what's next on our list today? I have to tell you that we had technical difficulties today. That's why our special guest couldn't join us. But we have plenty of other good information to give you, so we're just going to continue right on with the show, and we will reschedule Ken for another day.
Sounds good.
He's one of those very excellent mortgage people who like to help from the very beginning, and that's the name of their company, is Advisors.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So he'll be back another day in August with us. And I'm looking right now at the St. Lucie County Economic Development Update out from July 2021.
Yeah, not much going on in sleepy St. Lucie.
This is
Oh, God.
tremendous. This starts out by saying, during the first half of 2021, we saw extraordinary advances for economic development in St. Lucie County. And within the next few months, we'll see industrial enterprises at every major interchange along I-95, from the airport, West Commerce Park, to the north to the Interstate Crossroads and the Project Midway in the Mid-County, to Legacy Park at Tradition in the south.
Yep, and they're clearing the trees, I noticed, for the Midway.
Yep.
And that is huge.
Huge.
St. Lucie County is really working for
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually met a young man in the grocery store yesterday who had moved up here from Miami, and I just said, "Oh, you did a great, you did it, yourself a favor by moving up here." And he goes, "Yeah, you wouldn't believe the traffic down there." And I'm going, "Not quite so bad here, but it's gonna build, it's gonna get bigger. But it's such a nice area to come to, though." From
Well,
south.
and I think the good thing is that they have had the time and the opportunity to learn from other communities who didn't have their infrastructures in place for growth. So they are working very hard to make sure that that doesn't happen here.
Yeah. And-
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and have you guys been in Tradition at all?
Oh,
and seen
yes.
that little driverless van?
No,
I've
I
heard
haven't
about
seen
it.
that
I
It
yet.
is
haven't seen
so
it, but I've
cool.
heard
You
about
told
it.
us about
Yeah,
that.
we walked by it the other night again, and it's like, it is really neat. And you just get in and, tell it where you want to go. And
Right now, does it just goes in the shopping communities, or does it go further out?
Mattamy Homes is the one that is purchasing this. And,
Wow.
and it will take you, through all the developments out there.
That's
And
awesome.
there is a driver now. So, I mean, he's there. He doesn't do that much. I mean, he's the safety valve. And, yeah, it's so cool.
That's
that little,
neat.
little thing is fun.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. So
No,
I'll
I
have
haven't
to go
either.
check it out.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
So the next information on this economic development update, I think, is really great news. In addition to the positive forward motion on previously reported projects, over the last 6 months alone, those projects have created more than 1,700 new jobs.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And FedEx had their big job fair for their huge facility that's going to be built in Tradition.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully that job fair went well.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, hopefully those retail stores that had to close during COVID will be able to open back up the way tradition is coming along now.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And of course, you're citing all the EDC stuff. Pete Tesh and Jill Maras. I mean, they do such a good job there. They really do.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, and they have not named who the other two very large companies, or maybe one with 2 locations, that will be coming here.
Into that area?
Yeah.
How many more
that's
hints
not on
do we
here
need?
either.
Oh,
That's
it's-
not on
they're
this
just,
list
they're,
either. Oh, well.
they're just dropping a few of these crumbs.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Right.
That's great.
So I really like the last line in here. It says, "We are building an economic powerhouse which will result in many sustainable high-wage jobs and other opportunities for our residents."
That's great. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the starting pay for some of these positions is well into the 60s. I mean, we're...
I haven't seen that, but that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, and Piper in Vero is they are scouring this planet for not interns but apprentices.
Yes.
Because
NIRSC has a program for them, right?
Yes, that's right. It's all kind of
Is that the
dovetailing into IRSC.
Jet airplane engine thing, or no? Is it? What's the apprenticeship
They
for?
build little private planes.
Oh,
but
private
they do
planes.
have jets as well.
Right.
But the small ones. But like everything else, there's one big jet facility in Palm City.
Yes.
That builds parts for Boeing.
Wow. Okay.
Well, and they have gone to the college and said, "Hey, look, most of our workers are baby boomers,
Right.
And we've got to replace all these people in the next 5 years."
Wow.
And that is amazing.
And have trained people in place to replace them. It's
Exactly.
not like you can just take anybody off the street. I mean, that's very specialized,
Oh, you bet.
very specialized work
Yeah,
that takes
it is.
training time.
It is, and then you could be an apprentice and still make very, very good money.
That's
oh
interesting.
yeah, something to think about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This, I think, is good news also. This actually started yesterday. FHFA, which is the Federal Housing Finance Agency, scraps the homeowner's fee for refinancing as of August 1st. So there was a fee that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac charged if you were refinancing. Well, that fee is going away as of August 1st. I'll just read you this first short paragraph. Federal Housing Finance Agency Acting Director announced on July 16th that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will no longer assess the 50 basis point fee on lenders when they deliver refinanced mortgages after August 1st.
Wow.
So that's really good news.
Yeah. That's outstanding. A lot of money saving there for homeowners and people that are refinancing. So
Well, maybe Fannie and Freddie's workers are on a 3-month vacation with Congress. Oh no, I'm sorry.
now what? Now we weren't going to go there.
I want to tell you, we are probably getting, of all of our buyers that are contacting us, buyers, customers that are contacting us that are not homeowners, I'm talking about people looking for someplace to live. I want to say probably 40% of them are renters,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's hard to find rentals.
which is one reason why June rental prices broke records in 44 cities.
I'm not surprised.
Totally.
This is from Florida Realtors too. So this is local to Florida. June rental prices broke records in 44 cities. Realtor.com rental listing costs were up 8.1% year to year in June. And 2 Florida metros ranked in the top 10 for increases. Tampa St. Pete went up 21.2%.
Wow.
and Jacksonville went up 14.4%. Overall, two-bedroom units saw the largest increase, 10.2%, as demand for a larger living space continues for people who are renting.
Friends who have college students going to both of those locations,
It's
they were in
impossible.
a state of shock when they saw how much the students are paying for
Right.
rent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And people call us and they want a two-bedroom, two-bath rental. There isn't anything available under $1,200.
Oh, I'd say that's a steal.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be
I've
a
heard
steal.
prices.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
Closer
talking
to
not
two.
single-family homes.
No,
I'm talking condos,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Annual rentals. We're not even, don't even, seasonal
Seasonal
rentals
are
aren't out there.
Yeah,
Really? Even on the island?
very
No?
few.
It is so difficult. We still have people that we have been trying to get a seasonal rental for, since
3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
that we can't find something suitable for them.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, it seems like centuries ago now when we moved here, that, this was very seasonal here.
Right. Right.
Well, Port St. Lucie's well into the 90s full-time residents.
right.
And the one that surprised me was Martin County, which Joe Canterbone at the Chamber was saying, we're at around 80% now. They're up from like 40.
Yes.
Vero is still very seasonal.
Seasonal. Yeah.
But, even they're coming up.
right.
Bunch of full-time residents, yeah.
Very, very
Well,
difficult.
and as prices go up, people can't afford two homes anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
So this is another one. Apartment occupancy has increased in nearly all markets since the pandemic. So this rose by the apartment market is booming based on National Association of Realtors analysis of the market data in 138 markets. Net absorption, which means change in the number of occupied units, rose by over 200,000 units in 2021. In quarter two, that's just in one quarter.
Wow.
Over 200,000 units from the prior quarter.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. That's,
It's
Unreal.
crazy.
yeah.
Well, I think another
I
thing.
think what
too-
happened in the pandemic is, I think one thing that started to fire this is people found out during the pandemic when everybody was stuck at home that they couldn't stand to live together. Or they couldn't stand to have their adult kids living at home anymore.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Well, that too.
That means somebody's either out looking for their own rental property or a property to buy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Talk to the kid in the garage. Oh, boy.
Well, I was talking to mine last night about it, and it's like, okay, you just need to start looking for something of your own, and you'll be better off if you purchase. I think, in my own opinion, but and he's going, well, how much do you have to have, and how much is the
See,
rent?
those are the
and-
kinds of conversations with these young adults that they need to start having with their mortgage lender
Right.
away
Right.
so that they don't make crazy mistakes.
Right,
And they are on a path to getting themselves into home ownership
right.
as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, for him, it would be a good investment. At this point, he's still single, and if he got into something that later on he wanted to move into a home, he could keep it and rent it, rent it out to somebody else. So I'm like really, really encouraging him to start considering that seriously.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, if you start doing the, noodling the numbers and realize, especially if you're around 2,000, and realize that's $24,000 you'll be.
Yes.
Saving a year. I mean, well, you'd be investing in your own property. That's
Exactly.
the thing, yeah.
Yeah,
You would start
which
building equity.
The value keeps growing.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing grows when you're renting.
No.
Yeah.
Except the owner's pocket. But,
Well, and that's why a lot of investors buy investment properties in the first place, because number one, they either want to supplement their income, or number two, they want to be a full-time landlord, and so that means they're buying a lot of properties and renting them out. But that's, that's what rent does. Rent helps make the payment. That's why we are in the situation we are in now, and why they continued the moratorium, because so many people weren't paying their rent, which meant that the landlords couldn't pay their mortgages then.
Right. Right.
Sure.
So hopefully they figure out a workaround around that, because that's going to be a nightmare if that happens. And the moratorium's over now.
Yeah.
The moratorium on rent is over as of yesterday.
I think it was
Yeah.
August.
They
yeah.
had to, maybe I'm not saying that correctly. They had to apply for their rental aid before the 1st of August.
Yeah, and seriously, if folks out there are driving around and you're in a situation like that, St. Lucie County, I think Martin County, and I know Indian River County, they've got programs.
Right.
Yes, they all do.
They all
Yes.
do. They have the
Utilize
money
it.
And
to
they
help
have
you.
money available. That's
Yes, they
why
do.
they had those programs. That's why that money was
Yep.
given to them, so that they would implement a program to help.
Yeah.
So feel free, give them a call, and you're going to have to supply the various documents. And
Yes,
stuff.
but
But if it's nice
It's the
if
way
you can
it
get the
is.
help. Yeah.
Sure.
No matter what you do, you're going to have to supply the documents.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
so before we run out of time, I want to make sure that we tell you about some of the properties that
Mhm.
are on the market now, and these are condos, right, Paula?
Right. These are condos, so this works right into what we were talking about, and very reasonable. A lot of them in the area. I mean, you can get over on the island that, in the millions, but most of these properties, I tried to stay in an average range. The first property is in Port St. Lucie. It's actually a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, which is a fairly large condo at 1,783 square feet.
It is large.
Right, and they're asking 274.9. So for that size property and a corner lot,
And in
or
today's market,
corner unit,
that
rather.
seems like a good price.
right, at 1,700 square feet is a good size and price.
Mhm.
So we've got that one in the St. Lucie area, and then in Jensen Beach, there is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,272 square feet, which is a good size 2-bedroom, at 130,000. So
Whoa. Holy
you
smokes.
do have HOA fees, but
Which
not-
you're going to have in any condo.
I was
Right.
going to say, that's a
Right.
given.
But that's the trade-off. Either you do your own maintenance, including lawn maintenance, or you pay to have it done in an HOA, or always in a condo, sometimes in an HOA, that's provided for you.
Right, your lawn maintenance, and a lot of times your exterior building maintenance and that kind of thing. So this is Jensen, nice area.
Yep. Some of
And,
these properties may be restricted as far as residency age. Some of them
okay.
may not.
Yeah, it just says an active adult community, but it doesn't say that it's actually.
Here, let's see if it's a HOPA.
Okay.
I'm just going to borrow it because
Right.
they keep moving around. They keep moving around where they put the,
Information.
yes. You can go ahead and do
So that's
that
what
one.
Okay.
I'll
a
look for it on
55
here.
plus is
Yeah.
community? Okay.
So then another one in the Jensen Beach area is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,272 square feet.
Yes, this is 55 and over, this one in Jensen Beach.
Okay, the first one. And this one, let me see if I can find it here. It is a 55 plus as well. And that's the other thing in this area. You're going to find a lot of 55 and over, but there's a lot of us out there that are looking for that type thing anyway. So we've got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,272 square feet, and this one they're asking 178.9. So that's a good
Good
size,
price.
good size condo. Then Stewart area, if you prefer to be down in that area, there is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,298 square feet, and I'm looking to see. I don't think it's restricted age.
No, it's not.
It's not. So anybody can purchase this 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,298 square feet, $240,000. So that's a pretty good price for that area as well. Then we have another Stewart condo. Now this one I do think is a HOPA or 55 and older. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,186 square feet, 159.5. So it's
Wow.
very good price for the Stewart Hope Sound area. And another Stewart, it's 3-bedroom. No, I'm sorry. Pardon me. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,228 square feet living. I'll get it out in a second. This one is a waterfront property on the river. It's $285,000. So that's a good price for that area.
Any age also.
Any age, no HOPA. So
Ooh, okay.
then we're going to go. Oh, we're still in Stewart. I thought we were going to go somewhere else here, but we're going to do one more in Stewart. This is actually a small condo. If you only want 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 697 square feet. It is a HOPA, and they're asking $145 for it. So that's in Stewart, along the river. So fully renovated. So nice place.
Oh, that sounds like a nice
Along
one.
the
Yeah.
river.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to move up to Fort Pierce. There is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,989 square feet, which
That's
is a
big
very
for 2
large
bedrooms.
2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's located in South Hutchison Island, so you are near the water.
Ooh.
And they're
Near the ocean water.
Ocean water, right.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Oh.
And you can even have pets. So there's not a lot of places that you can have pets in a condo, but this one has up to 2 pets, but no aggressive breeds. So this one they're asking $399,900. So nice size home. And
By
it's
the
in-
ocean.
By
Yep.
the ocean.
And that doesn't sound like, from the stuff that I've looked at lately, that doesn't sound like a bad price either.
No,
No,
not
not
at all.
at all.
Okay, then in Fort Pierce, this is not the ocean. This is a HOPA community.
55 plus.
55 plus, yeah. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,104 square feet, and they're asking $129,900. And this looks like it's an all one level property, so it's not upstairs or downstairs.
My knees would be appreciative of
Yeah, a lot of people look for that.
that. Yeah, really.
And then there's another one that's on Hutchison Island area, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,305 square feet. It is not age restricted, and it's a nice second floor 2-bedroom corner unit. So if you don't mind going up a flight of stairs, this one would be nice to have.
Corner units are great.
Yeah,
Yeah, more windows.
more
You
windows,
bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're asking $249,900 for this home.
Wow.
So,
And
Then-
remember, these are all condos we're talking about today.
right,
Mhm.
right. And then the last one that I have is in Hope Sound. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,354 square feet. It is not age restricted, so anybody can move there. And they're asking $259,900 for it. So let us
Good
know
price
if
in
you're
Hope
interested
Sound.
in looking. Yeah, yeah, pretty reasonable for all these. So
And it's on a first floor, too.
sorry, yes, it was. So
Good stuff.
that's what we have today. So if you're interested in a condo, let us know.
Boy, those oceanfront properties are so tempting. They're so tempting.
They are.
Yeah.
You can reach us at 772-200-5105.
Yep.
We have those available and many others.
Right. And then another way to get us is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com. Send us an email. We'll get back to you and see what we can do to help you find your dream home.
Now, your physical office is at the Florida Club,
Correct?
and you are not gated in. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So you're in the public area of the Florida Club.
Right.
Yes.
Just off Kenner Highway and I-95.
9014 Northwest Old Royal Drive. And the course has been closed this past week for summer maintenance.
Yep.
It's amazing. Our office is right next to the driving range, so we see the driving range all the time. Friday, that driving range was dirt. They took all the old sod up.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, it was green again. It's amazing how fast that grass grows.
Yeah. When they go through that aerification, it's great. It's wild to see. It
Nice,
really is.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice
So
area.
it's a beautiful community. Our office is available to you anytime, either walk in or call us. And it's a public course, so anybody can come to our office or can come to play golf there. And it's an area of Martin County that will be growing like crazy. So if you want to know information about the area, we also have the street maps available. If you'd like a paper street map, we're happy to hand those out to you. So come and see us.
A what?
Yes, a street map, an actual street map.
I saw one of those in a museum.
It's like a newspaper.
Saw one of those in a museum.
The hardest thing to do is get it folded back together. Other than that,
I
they're
know.
great.
Oh, yeah. Sure. That's amazing. All right. So give us your phone numbers again. Wow.
772-200-5105. And our email address is,
mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com.
and the website, www.mydreamhomeusa. Yay, USA.
Yeah.
.com.
And you are looking to build your team up, right?
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
Come
And
and talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. Phone number again?
772-200-5105. That's a cell phone, so you can call or text.
All right. Have a good week.
You
Thanks,
too.
you
Thank
too.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
I love those beachfront properties. Woo. You've been listening to My Dream Home right here on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, and WSTU, Stewart.